Hello and welcome to Waffly Bollocks, the wrestling podcast that also looks like a gremlin in selfies with wrestlers. I'm Sarah and my co-host is MJ.
Hello!
Hello. It feels really weird not to say our usernames in the intro, actually.
It's weird. It does feel weird, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, maybe we've done like 150 episodes, maybe we don't need to do that anymore, but I don't know.
I think maybe we need to try it for a few weeks and see if we get used to it. If we still don't like it, we'll put it back in.
Don't like it. I don't like anything at the moment, so that won't help. How are you?
Not so bad. Surviving, you know.
Yeah, by the skin of my teeth. We've made it. We made it. But right before we started recording, you said that you had watched the backstage reactions from RevPro. So I was like, let's record because I want to talk about that.
Let's record immediately.
So yeah, RevPro news. So RevPro news overall. So far we've had 3 women announced for the Women's Grand Prix. They are Zoe Serrano from the USA, Zeuxis from Puerto Rico, and Emerson Jane from Scotland.
Hey.
So a couple of questions answered there. They are doing the nations individually, not just going the UK, which means there could be still English, Welsh, Northern Irish in there.
Yeah.
I assumed that Zeuxis would be Mexico, but she's in from Puerto Rico, so there could also be Mexico. We don't know.
Possibly.
So
Yeah.
lots of things.
If they want to get sort of 2 CMLL wrestlers on there, then that may be how they're doing it.
A workaround. It could be that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just, we know it's going to be 7 or 8 countries, and that's 3. So interesting. Yeah. Last week as well on the show, Manders and Eddie Kingston had their match, which was much less of a chop fest than I was anticipating. There was still quite a lot of chopping, obviously.
But
it was quite fun. I think I was dreading that it was just going to kind of be a bit of a hoss match, and that's not my preference. And also I was like, if we get Eddie Kingston like one time for the last time ever in RevPro, like why are we not putting him against a British wrestler? It seems a bit unfair to put him against Manders. And I still kind of have that, because at the end of the match, Eddie issued a challenge and kind of said, why don't I bring a friend and fight the Cowboy Way in a tag match? And I thought, why don't you bring a friend and fight a British tag team instead of doing it? But
it seems a bit daft, doesn't it? Coming all. I mean, it'll be a fun match either way.
Yeah, it just seems like a waste to come all the way to London and fight someone you could fight in pretty much any American.
Yeah, you could fight him in like GCW. Yeah. But then it might not be the last time we see him there.
Well, yeah,
so
who knows? They have also announced that the next RevPro London show, which is, I think, first week of July, is going to have Bandido. That's exciting. But also, I'm not going to London. Bring Bandido to me.
God damn it. Andy Quilden.
We've got big shows coming up, though, because July has the Women's Grand Prix and it also has Summer Sizzler. So both of those could have some exciting imports. You never know.
Indeed. And we will be at the Grand Prix.
Yeah. Dun, dun, 2 shows one day. We're going to have a long fucking day of wrestling.
I'm ready. I'm just going to buy lots of caffeinated things. I'll be fine.
I think they have Red Bull in the venue. Because they're quite strict about searching your bags, but I think they have Red Bull instead of like Monster, which is annoying. But they also do like chicken burgers and chips and stuff, so it'd be fine.
It'd be fine. I'll just eat chicken burgers. It'd be right.
Just eat chicken.
Just fuel myself with all that protein.
All that. Yeah. What I think we need to get is what are the like lozenges that singers have, like Vocal Zone or something? I think we need to get some. I know, I'm not even joking, because I actually, the number of times I've been like, I have just ripped my throat from screaming and it hurts. Yeah, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna fucking get some.
Yeah, you should get some lozenges. Yeah, don't do what I did at like the first year I went to All In and I blew my throat out booing CM Punk.
It was the first, and it was like the first match. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was. I did something. I think it was Alexis Falcon or something, and just screamed and was just like, "Oh, mistakes were made." So yeah, I'm gonna do that because I need to be able to scream all day long.
Yeah.
2 shows, lots of screaming.
I'm not much of a screamer. Like, I have smoked a lot and drunk a lot of whiskey in my time, but like my voice doesn't go any higher than this.
Oh, that's fine. That's good. That's helpful. We need a range. Yeah, you can. Be
I will bellow.
My baritone. Yeah. I really hate how high pitched. I hate that I get high pitched when I try and get loud, and I know that is kind of a consequence of femaleness. I'm gonna go and get singing training.
Yeah, like figure out how to make your voice go lower.
I don't actually want to sing. I want to just be able to create a lot of noise for a long period of time. Similar sort of thing, though, right? It's breath control and things.
I'm sure they'd be able to help.
Vocal training for making yourself heard at wrestling shows.
Don't they like train like death metal singers and stuff as well?
Oh, they must do.
Yeah.
Because I don't even understand how you make that noise that they make. Like, even if I tried to do it as a parody, I couldn't figure out how to do it.
I sort of do. I used to be able to do it in my younger years, but not now. Now It just makes me cough.
Like, how does what's his face from Korn? He makes some weird noises.
Yeah.
And it's like, how is that happening?
I haven't got a clue. We need to interview Jonathan Davis. We need to get him on the show and go, how do you do the things with your mouth?
Or like an opera singer. Like,
yeah.
Being able to just... I mean, people who've been at shows with me might say that I already make enough noise. Never mind. We fucking increase the fucking thing. So, also on that RevPro show, sorry, we're still here. We're still on this show yet. We haven't moved on yet. David Francisco came out to strangle JJ Gale with his belt. And that is both as it should be, because JJ Gale needs to be murdered, and also a little bit like... there's a bit of me that's like, I think David should be allowed to move on, because I don't think even he can get me to be invested in JJ Gale. I'm sorry. I don't find the man interesting on any level.
Oh. Yeah. It's kind of like the thing that it's like, who bestowed him with the heart of RevPro.
Right, the heart and soul of RevPro. And I'm like, what does that mean? It means nothing.
I feel like that isn't a thing you can bestow upon yourself. That's like something that people bestow upon you.
And I don't know if you watched his bit of the backstage reactions, but he was basically just being like, everyone tells me that I should get a title shot and I should be the RevPro champion one day, but I just keep failing. And I'm like, well, nobody owes it to you. Like, hey, if you're not good enough. Now, listen, I know wrestling is predetermined, but if he was a champion, I would be like, what, why, what is this? No, you don't deserve it.
Not that you've got a vendetta or anything.
I actually don't have a vendetta though. Like, if he was better, I would be like, okay, cool, I'm enjoying this. But I think he needs to do some thinking about his character, because it's just not working for me right now.
Yeah, it's like, I don't really connect with him, but I think he's very like white meat babyface, and I don't tend to connect with that unless they're doing...
He's not even a nice person. He's a horrible, petty... Like, he's just horrible. I just don't like him. He just comes off really, like, entitled and smug, and that is not a particularly relatable baby face that I want to root for.
No, that's the thing, is like, in wrestling, when it's like, there's baby faces are like, I want this because I deserve it, and it's like, yeah, but what have you done to deserve it?
Well, this is the thing, like, so David then went and cut a 12-minute backstage promo in that same reactions, which is very funny because...
The man's a yapper.
He just kept talking. And even in it, he was like, I'm sorry that this is not optimized for social media. Like, I love you. it's a really weird one because, like, on the one hand, I fully am bought into the delusion where he's like, it is my title. I won that title. It was taken from me unfairly, and I'm not being given the chance to win it back. And I'm like, yeah, I'm completely with you. On the other hand, I do know that he basically cheated to win that title, and that's why they took it off him. So I don't know. I'm like a cult of David Francisco forever, but also I shouldn't be feeling like this. The story is supposed to make me root against David and for JJ, but because JJ has no charisma and David has all the charisma, I just can't. It's just gone wrong. I don't know. I mean, what were your thoughts?
I think is I just really like David. So.
Yeah. It's so funny. Like, I love how, like, so there's that really iconic promo that he did after a match where he was screaming about how he lost to RKJ and it wasn't fair because the referee started the match when both of the competitors weren't ready because someone had hit someone in the head with a microphone, and you shouldn't start a match when someone has just been hit in the head with a microphone because they're not ready to start the match, and it's not fair. And what he wasn't admitting was that he was the one that hit RKJ in the head with a microphone, and so they're actually and so he lost, but also he was the one who was cheating.
See, the thing is, I'm a sucker for anybody who is funny.
Yes.
So it's like, it doesn't matter if they're a heel or a face. If they make me laugh, I'm like, oh no, you're awesome. I love
know.
You.
It's, when we talked to Andy and he was saying like, yeah, David does get this big crowd reaction, but maybe you're biasing that in his favour or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but I am not biased in that, like, I'm not cheering for David because he's my mate or whatever. Like, he's not. I don't know him. I'm just a fan. I'm allowed to be a fan, and like, that's organically happened. Like, we're cheering for David because we saw him perform and organically went, yeah, this guy's awesome. Like, yeah. I don't feel like that's a bias. I don't know.
That's the thing. He's obviously like having loads of fun as a heel, like, and clearly he's having a great time. But it's like, I want to root for him because he's really charismatic and he's really funny.
The thing is, I kind of think he's got a point in that plenty of people cheat in matches and win and get away with it. They don't wheel out another referee to restart the match every time that happens. So why did they do it to him?
That is a fair point. Because, like, it always annoys me, like, when they do it in like, other companies as well. It's like, no. Yeah,
if we accept the referee's word is final, then, like, why is it sometimes not? Like, the whole thing is, like, as long as the referee doesn't catch you, what the referee doesn't see
doesn't count.
Basically doesn't, it doesn't count. So it's like, well, you can't, for this one match, be like, well, but there's a second referee. It's like, no.
That only works if the referee's been knocked out.
I think that might have been what happened. Even so, there was a replacement referee. You don't know. No. I do think that they should have let him have the title for more than 2 minutes. And maybe Andy Quildan doesn't think that David Francisco would be a good champion. But if he thinks that, he's wrong, because David would be a fucking amazing champion. I think they should have just rolled with it. Like, even if it was just for a month or two. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Just let it happen. Go on.
Go on, please.
Be so happy. But yeah, now David has got another match with JJ Gale in Southampton next weekend, and I'm like, I'm still Team David. I don't think there's much. I don't think there's much anyone can do about that. Like, no, JJ would really have to step his game up.
JJ's gonna have plenty of people cheering him. I just wouldn't worry about it. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. And then the big thing that happened last week, and that I kind of knew was going to happen and felt very sad about, was that Jay Joshua dropped his title.
No.
Oh, Jay.
I love Jay. He's been really good.
I know. I love Jay. But what Michael Oku is up to is so interesting.
Yes.
And I'm really, really into it. So Michael Oku, he's in a really weird position because he is essentially the top babyface even when he's being a heel, because he comes out with a mirror and everybody loves them because he's amazing. She's great. Their vibe is just, you just love it. You love to see them. And so they get cheered. But he has been working slowly on this heel turn for a really long time. Like ever since he had that match with TK Cooper where he didn't release the hold when TK put his hand on the ropes.
Yes.
Bygones. He has been like cheating, and then he started like beating up contenders and betraying his friends. And you know, he had this whole feud with CPF because they'd got in his way when Sky was attacking Amira, blah, blah, blah. There was all this super elaborate stuff. And now he is doing such horrible heel work that...
He's been a proper, like, delusional heel where he thinks he's the babyface.
Yeah. But isn't it stunning, though? Like, it's so... Like, there's a bit in the promo from last week's reactions where he's talking to Amira about how he's won the title and he's going to main event Wembley, and she's like, great, you've got the title back, now things can go back to how they were and we can be happy again. And he's like, yep. And she's like, and we can rebuild the relationships that have been damaged along the way. And he just goes, what relationships? And he's like smiling, but in this really scary way. He's like, what? Name names. And I feel like I don't want to say that this is a gender thing. I think it might be, though. I feel like any woman watching that recognises that instantly, in that like he's doing this thing of like, what do you mean? And it's like this, like, if you give him the wrong answer, he's going to snap and it's going to be scary.
Yes.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
It drives me absolutely fucking insane then that Andy Quildan, now friend of the show, Andy Quildan, and Dave Bradshaw on commentary of Oku's matches will still act as if he's in the right. Yeah. And I'm like, Oku is doing so much work here to show you that he's delusional, that something has snapped, that he is the bad guy. And you are undermining him by going, oh yeah, but they deserved it. They shouldn't have got in his way. I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
No. It's like someone can do really great character work, and if commentary gloss over it, it kind of undermines it quite badly. And it's like, I need commentary to be a bit more, across the board, I need commentary to be a bit more on the ball with stuff like that. Yeah. Like, to be a bit like, oh, that's a bit, why is he being like that? You know what I mean? Like, just little things.
There was a little bit. There was like a tiny glimmer where during Oku's match with Jay, Dave Bradshaw was talking about how he'd seen some changes in Oku, and he was kind of hoping that if Oku won the belt, then he would go back to being the guy that they used to like, and he wouldn't be so angry all the time. And then he kind of said, oh, but of course... No, he sort of said, well, but of course that's not fair to Jay. And I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't just give the abusive guy everything he wants so that he'll be nice to you. That's not how this works.
No.
So part of me is hoping that they have talked about it and they do know what's happening, and it is going to be like, oh, we didn't recognise the signs. Because, like, of course, like, a man would not recognise the signs. Well, some men would, but, you know, speaking generalisations. But I don't entirely trust that they know what they... I don't know. I feel like... I mean, maybe I'm just misreading it, but that Oku promo was like...
It was sinister.
It was
sinister, it was.
Yes. It was really sinister.
It was like the fixed grin on his face. It was like... Everything's fine.
It's fine. The portraits that he did, the portraits that he did with the belt after he won them by friend of the show Sarah Hatch, but also I think there was another photographer as well. There's just lots of him kind of like stroking the belt and Amira in the background looking worried, and I'm like, they're doing this. Look at the work they're doing, and you can't just step on that and be like, oh, well, it's great, he's champion again.
Like everybody needs to be on the same page, like, and know what the deal is.
Please be telling us this story, because this could be so fucking good if you just don't fuck it up.
That's the thing. I mean, because, like, Oku is such a sort of babyface coded wrestler, like, in his presentation and everything.
Usually, but he's got new heel gear. He's got new gear that's like all I can say is heel coded. Like, you look at it and go, yeah, that's a bad guy.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think it's got to be everybody on the same page working together, and it kind of like when commentary aren't going along with it, kind of like undermines what's the work that they're doing. So they need to get on that, really.
They really do. And Dave Bradshaw, stop saying on commentary that David Francisco is lying about winning the championship, because he's not lying. He did win it. It's just that you disqualified him 2 minutes later. But he certainly won it. He was announced as the new champion. He did a victory lap.
Are we gonna have to get a new thing like David Bradshaw?
Maybe. But yeah, that's what's going on in RevPro. I'm fortunately much more invested in these things than I am most of AEW at the moment, although there is some good stuff this week, I'll give it that. So quickly, other news. Progress have announced a tour of various cities beyond London, which is good. They're going to Edinburgh, they're going to Leeds, they're going to Manchester, Bournemouth and Birmingham, and I was like, great, maybe I'll start going to Progress again. And then I looked at the ticket prices and I thought, no, I fucking won't, because they're like, they start at over 50 quid for like general admission, and I'm like, hell no.
That's a fair chunk of change, isn't it? Like,
yeah, ridiculous. No, thank you. Sort that out. Eve this week via Will Ospreay put out a call for a female commentator, which is exciting. They certainly should be doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they should hire our mate Lucy Simons, because she is actually a really good female commentator who has commented on matches in various promotions, including Atomic, including Ceasefire. Like, she is qualified. She is the woman for the job. Give her the job. Thank you.
Yep. Hire Lucy, damn it.
Hire Lucy. Our beloved Barbie user pick generator is gone. Dead and gone.
No! I'm so gutted. I'm so gutted.
And weirdly, I think because you'd posted that it was gone, and because I'd had this whole thing about David not being given enough recognition, I was like, I'm going to fucking make a David Barbie in Photoshop.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. I was complaining about it, but also with the knowledge that I could absolutely make one in Photoshop. I'm just fucking lazy.
Just download the background, whack it in there. So that's that. It is our 3-year anniversary this week. I should have led with this. It's our 3-year anniversary this week, which means it's also been 3 years of Collision. And next Saturday, to celebrate, we will be doing a Mick Foley themed live stream with the Wrestle Chaps lads. I mean, I hope everyone's noticed that every time we do a live stream, it's never us running it. It's always because we don't know what we're doing. It's either our mate Eden or it's Lamley from Wrestle Chaps who's in charge. But yes, Saturday 20th, 9 p.m, I am going to be introduced to key matches from Mick Foley's career. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, yeah, because, I mean, I'm wondering if there's going to be some in there that even I haven't seen. So I'm excited. Like, yeah. Because I've seen him for a while. I haven't seen him for a while, for sure. I haven't seen him for a while. So, yeah, I'm well looking forward to it.
And then I put this on here, but I don't actually think it's anything we need to spend time on because I'm just tired of everyone being shit. But there was a spot in a match between The Inspiration and Mina Shirakawa and Harley Cameron on Ring of Honor this week where they were aggressively shaking their breasts at each other, and lots of weirdos have had a meltdown over it. And I'm just gonna...
I don't look at Twitter. Were people being stupid about it on Twitter as well?
Oh, I don't know. I only saw the Blue Sky side of things. I'm sure they were. But...
It was a bunch. Yeah, it was just a bunch of shitlibs going, oh, you know it's fake, don't you? Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Fuck off.
Grow up.
Grow up.
We ring the bell that says women are people, fuck off, and that's it.
Big
you still can't hear this bell, can you?
No.
Okay, amazing. Well, you'll hear it on the playback.
Hey!
Okay. Let's get to AEW then. Fucking
Indeed, finally.
Hey, we're a wrestling podcast. We never promised anything. I think, who was it this week? Was it our pal Al Kaline who said like that they get their news, the wrestling news from us? And I was like, I don't think you should do that.
That's probably not a good idea.
We don't have any sources. We don't know shit. So, Dynamite this week. Dynamite this week opened with Tommaso Ciampa coming out to threaten Tony Schiavone in the time-honoured way of proving that you're a heel.
Yeah.
And trying to make him say that he's better than Chris Jericho. But Tony Schiavone was like, I won't say it. And then Jericho came out, and then Jericho and Ciampa had a little face-off in the ring. And I feel like I'm not super invested in this, but I did admire how both of them were just so good at working the audience.
Yeah, it was fun.
They just know what they're doing, don't they? They're just like, chant please. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. It was one of those where it was just like, just experts at crowd work. Very, very good. And it was very funny. Yeah. It made me laugh. So, what more can you want?
Worry a little bit that Jericho might have been listening to the girly podcasts, specifically Tunnel Talk and Wednesday Night Fake Fights, when he was talking about how Ciampa has a goblin face and calling him Tommy and talking about Tommy's mummy. He didn't say Tommy Chompers, in which case I would have known for sure that he's on the girly podcast circuit. But I was like, uh-oh, guys. we got to take it down a notch.
Oh, yeah. No, it was very funny. It was all very funny. Jericho, despite myself, he always makes me laugh, and I can't do anything about it. Like, he just sets me off because it's the delivery of the things, like when he'll say something and then say the little thing, like that's mean, bold. And it's just bold,
mean center,
goblin face.
Also, speaking of girly podcasts, Excalibur has started saying Gremlin, and I'm like,
that's our word.
It probably isn't anything to do with us, but also, stop. You take that back.
I mean, it is in reference to Leo, though, and Leo is indeed a gremlin. So
He's the best gremlin. But we leave Leo till maybe the end or nearly the end, because that is where the joy lives.
Indeed, because I mean, at least he's using it in the proper context.
This is true. Yeah, absolutely. So, women's Owen Hart. Sad news that was perhaps inevitable, but Cirie had to drop out. So that meant that facing Sky Blue, we got Maya World.
Yes.
Which is very exciting. I really just think, like, she's proof that showing up and doing the work fucking works.
Yeah.
Take your opportunities.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. She has just grabbed everything with both hands. Like, from when, like, her and Hyan came into the company, it was just, they have just taken every opportunity they've been given and run with it. And it's paying off in spades. But, yeah, we had the horrible news this week that Maya's brother was killed in a traffic accident, which is like, I do not know where she found the strength to show up for work. Like, that was, it was a real roller coaster, because when they announced it, I was like, hooray, and then I looked at social media and was like, oh my god. And then I think they mentioned it on the show as well, that had happened. And I was like, I can appreciate that, like, maybe actually what you want to do is go to work and get on with things and not just sit at home. But, like, I was like, I hope that they are really looking after her. I am sure that they are. I mean, because we had this sort of happen when Jay Briscoe died as well.
Right.
And Mark was in work either the same week or the week after.
Yeah.
And I think for some people it's better for them to almost work through it in a way, like, just to keep busy. But she put on, like, Maya put on an amazing performance against Sky, and props to Sky as well, because Sky is doing some great work at the minute. She's she just gets better and better every week. But I was really happy for Maya. Like, I think she probably needed that win as well. Like, it just to sort of buoy her up a bit.
Yeah, and it means that she's through to the next round to fight Athena, who's, I think, like her trainer. So
indeed,
that's lovely.
And
that's
they've
nice.
had how many matches? 3? No, 2. 2 matches on Ring of Honor, because Maya won a proving ground match against Athena and then had a proper title match. And it was great. It was so fucking good. Like, Maya is so talented, and I can totally see why they put her, like, in as a substitute as well, like, because she's just so fucking good. And I'm kind of, like, I like you can sort of see the thinking behind it. It was like, well, if Sari was going to win, then the opponent presumably has to win, and putting Maya in there so we get to run back Maya and Athena.
Yeah.
Really good idea. Really good idea.
Good stuff. Really good stuff.
That match deserves to be seen by more people than have seen the other ones. You know what I mean?
And as well as that, I saw that Athena has a match on Collision, like just an in-action match, and more Athena on the TV is good fucking times.
Always good. We always get more Athena around the Owen, don't we? And then, like,
they take her away again.
They take her away. But the thing is, she was on last week, I think it was. She was on the Chops It Up segment with Caprice. And she was talking about how Ring of Honor is her baby. And it's like she is happy there, and it's run the way she wants it to be run, kind of thing. So,
okay. Well, good for her.
Yeah, I mean, we sort of go, oh, well, why are they not putting Athena on AEW more? I think maybe she's just not done with Ring of Honor yet. Like, and she wants to leave it in a good state before she does finally jump over.
If it's on her terms, then absolutely great. Yeah. It's just that we are missing out on having her on TV and being seen by people who would love her because she's fucking awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about that. That is very exciting. And then also in the women's Owen, Hazuki beat Persephone on Collision, which people seem to think was an upset.
I wasn't sure. I did think Persephone was going to win that, to be fair. But also, not mad at all that Hazuki won, because it means we get more Hazuki, and she's fucking mint. So
and additionally, Persephone lost partially because she was struggling with the effects of the black mist that she got in her face.
Yes.
And that means more storyline, and ultimately that's what I'm here for. Like, tournaments, whatever, but storylines. Spooky mist, I'm here. Yeah, so that's exciting. And then also Mercedes came out to attack Persephone after the match, I think because of the CMLL title that Persephone won. So I'm just like, yes, keep doing this. Build these threads, build these storylines, build these relationships between women, build these grudges. This is what we fucking want. This is what we want. Like, a tournament is all well and good, but like, I will take building storylines over someone getting a win. Like, you don't necessarily need to win this tournament to build your presence on the show.
No. And the thing is as well, is I'm thinking maybe we'll get a bit more sort of focus back on the women's division now, because like, it does seem to be that Tony is more enthused about booking the women's division when Mercedes or Tony is there.
I hate that though.
I don't like it, but
mate, Gaz brought up a really good point talking about the conversation that we had with Andy Quilden, where Andy kept saying that he treats the women's division like any other division, like the tag division, like the cruiserweight division. And Gaz was like, well, this is fundamentally the problem. Women isn't a division, it's a roster. Like, you shouldn't be treating all of the women's matches and everything the same as you're treating like a tiny subdivision of your men's roster. Like, that's not fair. So I wonder if we should start in the same way as that we endeavour to say it's the men's championship, we should say men's roster and women's roster. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where you're like, it doesn't make a difference, but is it worth
saying it anyway?
Saying it just because, like, you've got to kind of push these points sometimes. Anyway. But I'm not going to beat myself up if I say women's division, because whatever. But it's a thing to think about.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
elsewhere on the women's roster, we have an incoming TBS Survival of the Fittest, which also seems to be a tournament because there are qualifier matches for that.
Yeah, because that was what kind of confused me a little bit when everybody was declaring themselves. It's like, are they declaring themselves for the actual match, or are they declaring themselves for the qualifiers? Or
It seems like for the qualifiers based on the matches that are coming up. But I thought Survival of the Fittest was just going to be a whole bunch of people, so I don't really know. Whatever, we shall see. But at least at this stage, we know that Julia Hart, Shida, Stat, Aminata, Harley, and Mina are all declared for it. That was a mixture of first names and second names. Anyway, but I'm interested because Thekla was talking about how the Triangle of Madness is going to take over and Julia's going to get her TBS title and Sky Blue is going to win the Owen. And Sky has now been knocked out of the Owen. So, I wonder what repercussions this may or may not have. And I also wonder what Tekla's going to do at Forbidden Door.
Yes.
Because she's got to be fighting someone from Stardom.
Yeah.
We don't know who.
No, we're not sure yet. I think there was a couple of the Stardom wrestlers replying to the footage of her spitting on the side and flipping it off. So,
fun. Okay.
So yeah, we will see. We will see.
Happy times. Okay, I love that. I love it. I also wonder if I don't know, because we actually don't want Thekla to close the door to Stardom because we want to bring in more Stardom.
Yeah, we want more
girlies.
Stardom, please, not less.
So does that mean she has to lose this match? I mean, it may not be, the title may not be on the line. It may just be a I'm going to close the door on you match.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm not sure. I that's the thing. I don't think necessarily that even if Thekla does win, that the door is closed anyway. So I'm sure. No,
of course. But interesting to think about how we might do this. And also, Forbidden Door is such a nonsense concept at this point because that door is wide open to everyone.
The door's been open for years at this point. Yeah, it's a difficult one with Forbidden Door because it's like at one point it was just like a super show kind of thing where it was just like random interpromotional matches, and then now they've kind of adjusted it slightly so that there is like storylines that go week to week, like the AEW storylines that go week to week do happen on Forbidden Door, and it's like I don't know if it should be one thing or another, you know what I mean? Like, because if they're adding redemption as well, I'm thinking just make it a pay-per-view where you just have random interpromotional matches.
Might as well. Yeah. Because it almost feels like a waste when it's an AEW person versus an AEW person on Forbidden Door. But then you're like, but I can see an AEW wrestler versus a CMLL wrestler or a New Japan wrestler any day of the week. Like, that happens all the time. So, I don't know. That Forbidden Door is just, it's been taken off its hinges.
It's just a gaping orifice is what it is at this point.
It is. A gaping orifice. We're not titling the episode that because we will get things we don't want. But...
rename the pay-per-view to Gaping Orifice.
Don't let Kenny Omega hear you say that. So, moving on. Men's Owen Hart, which I guess we need to contemplate a little bit. So, we now know that the match at Forbidden Door will be Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland. Indeed. Because the main event of Dynamite was Brody King versus Swerve Strickland. And Swerve did some cheating. Naughty cheating.
He did some naughty cheating. He cheated to win. Nana hit Brody with his crown. And commentary said nothing. Do you want this man to be your big bad or not?
I swear to God, what is wrong with them? It's a problem up and down the card on all promotions at the moment where they're just like, well, we can't say bad people are bad. Listen, this is the problem with society.
Yeah, say when bad people do bad things, you're supposed to point it out. and
see it, say it,
sort it. But yeah, it does me head in. It does me head in. It's like, do you want this man to be your big bad, or do you not? Because you need to make your mind up. Like, you need to do more to get him booed. If you want, if that's the position you're putting him in, he needs to get booed. So do it. Do more.
Do more. Do better. Yeah.
It's just, we have this problem with Swerve. We've had this problem with Swerve in the past. It's like, okay, are you meant to be a heel? So, all right, well, we need to see more of doing things like so you get booed. Swerve himself is doing great work, but commentary, no selling it.
Commentary been no selling a lot this week, and there's lots of issues with not knowing someone's alignment properly, and this is another thing that I actually wish that we could have got into with Mr. Quilden, is about baby faces and heels and what it means in modern wrestling, but maybe that's for another time. But yeah, the men's Owens basically done.
Yeah.
Box ticked. And it's the match that we kind of thought it would be. Yeah, I guess the only way that we would be surprised now is if Swerve wins. But yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen, but it could happen.
Thing is, though, I think if you want Swerve to be the big bad heel, then having him beat the shit out of Ospreay and denying him his Wembley moment, I think would be like, a good way to do it. But they're not going to do it.
No, because the thing is, it's this feeling of like reality versus storyline. Whereas like in storyline, I kind of think they should do that.
Yeah.
In reality, where I'm like, as much as I side-eye many of Ospreay's actions, maybe it would be a little bit cruel to deny him that big Wembley moment.
Yeah.
As a person, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
If you want Swerve to be your biggest heel,
yeah,
that
take
would
away
be the
thing
way
that
to
you want.
Fucking do it.
I honestly, like, if in reality Ospreay had to like go get more surgery, that would be ideal in a way.
That would be ideal. That wouldn't be ideal.
Well, no, but as in, like, if you needed an excuse to write him out again, to have someone like, to have Swerve take him out after he'd been gone for so long and come back to such like a great reaction, and everyone's like, yeah, Ospreay's here, and then be like, and now he's not, like, that would fucking devastate people. Yeah,
it would. And it's just, see, what I really want is for Swerve to win. What I want is for Swerve to win, and also for Kenny to win the world title at Redemption, and then we get Kenny versus Swerve, and that would be fun. But that's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. Probably as well, on the balance of probabilities, because Ospreay did lose out to Hangman last year.
Yeah.
The balance of probabilities is that Ospreay's winning it. But I just think if you want Swerve to be your biggest heel,
I do.
Then having him deny Ospreay of his Wembley moment would be the cruelest thing he could possibly do.
Do it at All In. Do it right before the main event. Just have Swerve come out and fucking
Oh my god. That would be evil.
That would be riots.
So evil.
Like, everyone's super hyped up for Ospreay, and then he's like, he's not even coming. Oh no.
Yeah, I think
too far.
That might cause a riot. That might cause
give the
bit
people
of a riot.
what they want. Yeah, unfortunately. But speaking of faces, heels, the construction of alignments in wrestling, what are we doing with the Death Riders?
I mean, they're de facto faces now, aren't they? Basically.
But I hate it. I guess I need to accept that. I think this is something that Leo was saying on Tunnel Talk, that people will be heels, do terrible things, and then they just go, oh no, I'm a face now, and you have to
kind
memory
of
hole all the bad shit that they did.
Yeah.
But I don't think we can.
I know you specifically can.
I really struggle, and there is a specific reason, but like, well, let's get into it, and I'll get to it in due course. Because, like, okay, at the moment, it looks like Jon Moxley, a human being probably, has decided that Shane Taylor and Shane Taylor Promotions are his new, like, project.
I love
like,
that. I love
yeah.
that. I love
that's nice and fuzzy. So on Collision, Shane Taylor had a match against Alan Angels. Always fun to see Alan Angels.
Yeah!
Although Alan Angels is also baddie, but in this situation, not so much.
No.
Anyway. So then STP, so Lee Moriarty, Captain Sean Dean and Carly Bravo had a match against the Death Riders, specifically Mox, Pac and Claudio. And then there was lots of, like, fuckery with other faction members. So Christian XO was interfering, Danny Garcia and Wheeler Yuta were interfering, Trish and Marina were getting into it. Lots of chaos because big factions, fun times. And then later in the show, Shane Taylor and Trish Adora backstage murdered Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah.
Extremely funny. Enjoyed that so much. It's just like, oh, you are still the guy. You're still the guy that gets beaten up backstage.
Yeah.
Just like your mum and dad. So then, as a result of that, Mox granted Shane Taylor a match on Dynamite for the Continental.
Continental,
the one that
yeah,
Mox has
yeah.
got right. Yes, that was a good match. Good opening match.
Really good. Yeah, that I could just watch Shane Taylor smack the shit out of people all day. He's so fun.
Well, he is really fun. And again, it's like Mox real life Jonathan is he's just a good lad.
He's a good lad.
I just think he's a good lad.
He
does seem to, like, whatever the supposed thing that you're supposed to be like as a wrestler, where you just don't want to lose and you just always want to look good at other people's expense, he just doesn't seem to have that ego.
No.
He's just like, what if I make other people look fucking awesome?
Yeah. Because the thing is, as well, like with Mox, it's like, how more awesome can you make him look?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, I've got mine.
Yeah, he's like, I'm good. Like, I'm just going to spend however long I'm wrestling for just making everybody else look like absolute fucking beasts. And props to him, like, because he does a great job of it every single time. Like, he did it with Shane, and like he'd done it with well, I think it was quite funny, like that one week where Hangman had the match against Mark Davis, and it was like, it looked like it was really fun, and you just know Mox was in the back going, oh, I want a bit of that. And then he had a match with him and made him look like even more of a beast. And then now we've got like national champion Mark Davis, which is great. But yeah, I love it. I love Mox. I love him so much. He's a good boy.
Good boy. I don't think you can read his book and not kind of love him a bit. Like,
He's just a good dude, I think, Mox. He's decent.
He really does seem to be.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, he did win the match. Then after the match, the rest of STP came out. STP. And they killed the Death Riders, and they brought weapons, including a kendo stick. Kendo sticks are starting to really be a thing that kind of strains believability for me, where I'm like, you might as well just pick up a stick. Why are there these specific sticks?
It's just a twig.
Why did that stick happen to be here? I don't know. Like, you know, like a steel chair, I'm like, yes, because the venue has chairs.
Just leaves them lying around all over the place.
They always got to bring spare ones for her. So yeah, I don't like, they're baby faces now because they're fighting somebody who's meaner than they are.
I don't know. I think with the Death Riders, they are, I think, operating in the same sort of area where the Blackpool Combat Club were, where it's a case of they will switch alignments depending on who they're fighting. Like, it's just the target changes, they don't. So I think having a team like that is quite good, because you can kind of just slot them in anywhere.
We shall see. We will. I guess I'll reserve judgment until I see how it plays out. Like as we always say,
it's early
if it's
days.
good, then we'll like it.
It is early days.
So the Death Riders and STP will be having a street fight on Collision this weekend.
Yes.
This Collision feels like really exciting, and I never think that. And I'm like, I don't even want to record. I just want it to be Collision time, but it's not. So
I have to say, the past 2 weeks, I think I've enjoyed Collision more than I've enjoyed Dynamite.
Yeah.
Like, even though there's like less story stuff going on, sometimes it's like you just know you're gonna get 2 hours of really good wrestling.
But on that, I did notice that throughout this episode of Dynamite, they were constantly saying, well, this rivalry started on Collision and now it's made it to Dynamite. So you're like, so stories are starting over there. They are kind of using it.
Yeah.
Which is good. It is. But yeah, we're getting the Bucks versus the Dogs on Collision.
Which is
excited.
fun. Yeah.
Just overexcited noises. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I am very excited for Collision this week for that reason, and also for another reason which we will get to shortly.
Oh, I don't know if I... Okay, well, I'll see what it is. I don't know if I knew what it is. Okay, so speaking of factions, on Collision, there was a cheeky little interruption of a conglomeration interview by RPG Vice, which was nice because I did say I needed to see those guys chatting. They were showing off their new rings and their new watch that Don Callis has apparently bought them. And somehow Trent, being a dick, led to Orange Cassidy agreeing to do a match with Andrade on Dynamite. Sure. Conglomeration versus Don Callis. Sure. Fine, whatever. And then on Dynamite, we saw Don Callis being very condescending to Renee because she was trying to interview Kevin Knight and he took issue with her tone. And he was then promising that Kevin will get a title shot. Andrade interrupted and was like, tranquilo, like me first. And Don's like, yeah, whatever. And then Mark Briscoe had a match with Pac. It's nice that all these things are so interwoven, but also it does make it really difficult to recap. So Mark Briscoe had a match against Pac, and after the match, he called out MJF. And we had seen earlier that Mark Briscoe had been having a little chat with Tony Khan, and he has offered this plan. He will pick 5 guys. MJF will pick 5 guys. They're going to have a steel cage match at Forbidden Door. And if Briscoe's team wins, then he gets a title shot.
Yes.
Explain why this makes sense.
You know, I don't think it, like, in kayfabe makes sense, but I think outside of kayfabe it makes sense because Max is working hurt.
Oh, yeah, of course. We did know that, didn't we?
He buggered his leg up against
Max.
Roosh, I believe. So I think maybe they were going to do the one-on-one there.
I see.
And then they've done it so that, you know, it's kind of the load has been taken off.
Sad now.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Max.
So, yeah, I think that's what it is, unfortunately.
I will allow it. But yeah, it does seem a bit like unfair that he has to give Briscoe a title shot if he's not even involved in... I mean, it could be a completely different finish that has nothing to do with either of them.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
So yeah, towards the end of the show, we saw Max go to Don Callis with a case full of money and ask for his guys for his team because he don't got no friends.
No. Aw.
No.
I feel bad for him, sort of.
Especially because he was talking in a promo about how friends are useless and you should just have money and not friends.
Yeah.
And you go, Max talking about friends. Adam Cole? No, Adam Cole.
I do think at some point that MJF face turn is going to hit like crack, though. I don't know when it's going to happen, but one day. I think he would have to
commit to it, though. I think if he does it, like he would. It can't just be I'm a face now and everything bad I've ever done is irrelevant. Like
no, I think there needs to be a redemption arc for sure.
Yeah. But so, who do you think is going to be on these teams? Because I was assuming that it will be all the guys that were there from the conglomeration this week. So it'd be Briscoe, Ishii, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Roddy, which is 5.
Yeah.
Plus 1, question mark. Who do we think the other person might be? It depends if they do it, if it's... Oh, no, Willow's out hurt, isn't she?
Yeah. I think the Don Callis family have no women, so I don't think there's going to be any women involved.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But yeah, then who do they take from the Don Callis family? Trent was kind of pointing at himself, and I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be you, baby. But
I
maybe
think
it will.
it might be. I think it might be. And I think probably Davis, unless he's going to have a title match at Forbidden Door. I think Davis might be involved there. Could this be if they get Andrade in this match? Is he gonna ditch the Don Callis family?
Face 10. Well, they've put Kevin in for sure.
Yeah.
Because Kevin was like, I'll be on the team, but I want a title shot.
Yeah.
I have to really not think about the wrestling maths, because it's like, wait, so if you're lining up a title shot with MJF, then does that mean that MJF's team will win this match so that Briscoe doesn't get his shot so that you get yours? I don't know. Let's not think about it.
Or are we beginning the MJF redemption arc by having everyone in that team ditch him? Because they're all after him. If you're going to put in Andrade, if you're going to put Kevin in, those are 2 guys who are gunning for him already. So
yeah. Well, and also because the whole point of the conglomeration is that they are about friendship, and Max's thing here is money is better than friends.
Yeah.
So if Max's team triumphs, we are confirming that money is better than friends, which I feel like maybe the show would not like to do.
Yeah.
I feel like the show would maybe like to say friends are better than money. But also, it really hurts to be talking so much about friends when there's Orange Cassidy involved.
No.
Anyway. So, yeah, something could be happening. But after Max agreed to Kevin's deal, Andrade once again was like, yo, what happened to my fucking title shot? And Don's like, it's fine, I'll get it for you. But is Andrade also in line to turn face?
I think so, yeah.
Because he would I think he could conglomerate very easily.
I think he could as well. The how you know guy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I've been against, as we know, I have not been convinced by Andrade, and I've actually been quite anti him, because I'm like, I don't get the selfie thing. I don't get the I'm so sexy thing. I'm just not on board with it. I think how you know...
Is that what did it?
Why am I so dumb? I don't know. I think his match against Orange Cassidy helped a lot, because there was so much going on in this match that was just really, really fun. And I'm like, okay, maybe you're fun. He
is fun. He's too fun to be a heel, I think.
Yeah. I do... This is a sensitive issue, but I can he either keep his trousers on or get some more supportive underwear? Because I don't like
it. He's just really putting himself out there, isn't he?
I feel like it's more than I want to be seeing.
You could just see his full dick and balls.
You can literally see everything, and I'm like, it's like you've just got these like weirdly loose pants, and all your bits are just flopping about in there. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Put it away.
I agree with you, but also how perturbed you are by it is very funny.
I'm just like, I didn't consent to seeing all of that.
Yeah. Just like put a cup on.
I just feel like it can't be comfortable for him either. Like,
I worry that he's gonna pop out.
Yeah.
Like that Alan Partridge bit. It's like, I have to warn you, Lynn, I have popped out.
Man, put your genitals away, please.
We don't need to see it. We don't need to see it.
I just every time he starts doing the whole like thing about taking his trousers off, I'm just like, please don't.
To be
Please,
fair,
come on.
he hasn't taken his pants off in a while. He did
today.
do it this week because Orange had jeans on under his jeans, so they had to do
Orange
that
Cassidy.
bit.
See, Orange Cassidy is here for my comfort in that he's like, you won't be seeing anything.
Yeah, Orange is never nude. He's got
jeans under his jeans.
Jeans under his
To
jeans.
be fair, I think when he did that Texas Death Match with Matt Taven, I feel like we nearly got an eyeful there when Taven ripped his pockets out, but it was like, you nearly pulled everything out there.
Yeah.
How do men, like, I don't understand how wrestling happens, and like, I'm just like, surely you just want to be more secure than this.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I don't think I would want to wrestle in tiny pants. Like, my wrestling gear would be basically what Mox wears.
But like, even as like people with internal genitals, you're like, but you know, some of the girls, I'm like, I feel like you're at risk. But men are just out here flapping about. No, bad, disgusting.
Disgusting.
Put your dick away. So, don't like that. Anyway, Andrade during this match did a little selfie with what appeared to be some fans at ringside. The commentary didn't talk about it at all. It just happened. And it was like, I don't know if they were plants or they weren't plants this time. Like, was that a legit audience selfie?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I hope it was.
Everyone just didn't say anything. It was like, that's weird. And then he went to do another one of his selfies that they did talk about, and Don saying like, oh, that's another $40 for me. But as Orange Cassidy approached the corner, Lio Rush popped up and took the girl's phone off her. I loved how, like, I mean, obviously she was a plant and an actress, and Lio took the phone off her, held it up to her face to unlock the camera, which I thought was a nice moment. And then he was like asking Orange Cassidy to take a picture with him, just being a little goblin, like being like, it's fine. And then Orange Cassidy took the most hilariously scared looking selfie that I've ever seen, but which will be in my head every time I ever take a picture with a wrestler. Like, I'm Leo, the wrestler is Orange Cassidy. That's what's happening here. So that was really fun. And then after that, Andrade like came over, and there was just like a little back and forth of him going, how you know, to Leo, and Leo going, he knows.
It's fine.
And I'm like, Andrade, you are not a heel anymore. You're just not.
No, he's not a heel.
Whoever's decision it was to make Blackheart Lio Rush essentially a babyface is a fucking genius.
No, for real though. I'm like, because it's such a, you would expect it to be a heel gimmick, but the fact that it's not makes it work more for some reason. So well. It's so good. And the crowd loves it. Like, yeah. That everybody loved that spot. Like the amount of social media likes and shares it's getting. I love it. I love it for him it's that great. He had this gimmick years ago on the indies and everybody was like, nah, it's not very good. And then he brought it back and it's so over. I love it. It's the most over. Yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's the type of silly wrestling bollocks that is just right up my street. So I'm like, yeah,
perfect.
More
Adore
of
it. I love it.
I would like it if Leo and Andrade ended up conglomerating at some point.
I could see it. I feel like Leo is almost there already. And yeah, Andrade definitely could be. Could we put Leo in that steel cage match, do we think?
Oh, that'd be amazing if they did. I would love it if they did. I hope they do.
And even if he's not meant to be there officially, he could definitely just crawl out from under the ring.
Yes. Crawl out from under the ring and just cause problems on purpose.
I can't believe we had to deal with fucking Danhausen for so long when we could have had this joy in our lives.
Thing is, I think Leo's spooky gimmick is more suited to AEW than Danhausen's maybe was, kind of thing. Because his is all, it's kind of like call and response kind of stuff, and that plays really well in the Fed. So I think maybe he's just where he should be. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think he just fits better over there.
But yeah, talking about the steel cage match, like last week I was like, oh, we could put Yuta and Orange Cassidy could get back together and fight Trent. And it looks like maybe the Death Riders and the conglomeration might have a common enemy, and maybe that means they're going to work together. I did gloss over the fact that, of course, the Death Riders broke Chuck Taylor's neck and made Orange Cassidy drink bleach, and actually maybe we don't forgive them for that. As much as I want to put Yuta back with Orange Cassidy, I think maybe we can't forgive that.
But I think they might. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think that might be coming. Like,
it might. If it is, I am going to need to see a certain person on TV, and I'm going to need him and Orange Cassidy to have a conversation about it. We can't just gloss over it.
No, it feels like too big of a thing to gloss over. But then I said that about, like, all the shit that the Bucks had done to Kenny.
Yeah,
and they
didn't care.
It didn't matter. It just didn't matter. They just glossed over it. So, like, hoping for some kind of, like, reconciliation, like, on camera is probably too much to hope for in this case, unfortunately.
I want to watch my soap opera, my very violent soap opera.
I just wish they'd put a bit more of the soap opera stuff where we can see it.
Yeah. So, Forbidden Door is... what is it? 2 weeks? How many weeks
2
away
weeks.
is it?
2 weeks away.
I confidently went into that thinking I knew when it was, and then I was like, no, shit, I don't know when it is. Okay.
It's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks on Sunday. 2 weeks on Sunday.
Yes, it is. 2 weeks. Okay, so we're 2 weeks away, and at the moment we have like 3.5 matches announced. Well, not even that. Sort of semi-announced. So we know definitely Ospreay versus Swerve.
Yeah.
We know that there's going to be this 6-on-6 steel cage match. That was a tongue twister. Yeah. We know that there's going to be the women's Owen Hart final, but like we don't know who's really in those two matches.
Not yet.
And then we got a little like random video package where Zack Sabre Jr. popped up and was like, "What's the frequency, Kenneth? I'm going to fight you at Forbidden Door." Okay. What?
Yeah, that took me off guard completely. I was like, pardon? What's happening?
I liked that he was like, it's Forbidden Door time again. That means you get to hear the dulcet tones of Zack Sabre Jr. And I was like, I do actually love you, Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah.
I always forget because he goes to the promotion that I don't watch very often. But whenever I hear him or see him, I'm like, oh, I love that guy.
He's great. And he has been, I think he's been on like every Forbidden Door, hasn't he? Like so far.
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, he called out Kenny for a fight. And I'm like, yes!
That's good. That's nice. I mean, I don't expect we'll see Kenny. Well, I was going to say, I wouldn't expect that we'll see Kenny in the build-up to this, except that's absolute bollocks because Kenny is fighting bad dude Tito on Collision.
He is. Another TMDK boy.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. I'm excited for that.
My heart just came into my mouth where I was like, Robbie Eagles?
Oh man, I would have liked that more. I think I would have liked that more, but you know.
But there's still time because it's 2 weeks.
There is 2 weeks.
And who else is TMDK? TMDK's all silly little guys, isn't it?
Yeah,
is it Shane Haste as well?
Yeah, Mikey Nichols. Who else is there?
Don't remember.
I can't remember.
That's also, I can't say bad dude Tito properly because I always think of the New Japan announcer who kind of does the bad dude Tito, like it's a mouthful. Bad dude Tito. Bad dude Tito. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so that's exciting. But it did seem like it came out of nowhere. It's like, hey, it's Forbidden Door just exists to bring Zack Sabre Jr. in, and actually maybe that's perfectly fine.
I think that'll be a really fun match. I think it'll be interesting to see Kenny do some more grounded stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Kenny doing bendy shit.
Yeah, I wonder if he's maybe taking some cues from Ospreay a little bit in the like sort of going a bit more ground based rather than like
it would be sensible.
Yeah.
And maybe Zach will pop over before Maybe we'll see him more than... I hope so. I hope so. To see more.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So, yeah, we need some more women's matches, guys. But I guess, hopefully, there'll be the women's Owen Hart final, which will probably be Mercedes. So, therefore, we'll probably also get the Thekla... there's a TBS Scramble. When is that happening? Is that at Forbidden Door?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Put some more women on the show, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if we get 3 women's matches on the card, then...
We could have a women's tag match.
Yeah.
Because Ty J did not win.
They did not. Boo. No. And Ty looked very upset at the end of that. I sort of hope that that's not over. Like, they're going to come back to it. But we'll see, I guess.
Yeah. Lena Cross is one of my new favourites.
Yeah, Lena Cross is great. Really like her. She's really good. Her and Megan are really good, but I also want to see them both in more matches that aren't 5-minute squashes.
Yes. Yes, please.
Because it's like, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's like, oh, but they look so dominant. And it's like, yeah, but no, I don't know, though. I don't know. It just feels like you're padding out the record. Like...
It's the Jade Cargill trick, but in this case, I don't think you need to.
No, you don't. That's the thing. It's like, with Jade, it was a case of them hiding a multitude of sins, whereas, like, Divine Dominion, even, not Divine Domination, as I keep wanting to call them, they are really fucking good. Like, they don't need to have the record padded out by a bunch of squashes.
Oh, that's just reminded me. They also were talking a lot in the Orange Cassidy match about how I think OC is currently the guy who has the most wins on his record.
Yeah.
In AEW. When's his title shot then?
He should have had one before now. When was the last time he had a title shot? I think it was in the match against it was like him, Kenny, and Pac, and that's like 2020 or early 2021, maybe at the latest.
Like, I have a fear that he's never going to be world champion, but I think he should be.
He should, at the very least, should get a solid world title feud. If they're not going to give him the belt, I think they should give him the belt, personally.
Just, even if it's not for, like, forever, just...
Yeah, like, if we're making we've already set a precedent for like, short title runs and what you can do with a short title run. So, like, yeah. Do it, for God's sake.
Do it. If you're going to fucking let Darby have it.
Exactly. Yeah, if Darby's allowed it for a bit, then Orange should have it for a bit. Damn it.
So the agenda is Orange Cassidy for world champion.
Yes.
Sorry, take it back. Orange Cassidy for men's world champion and David Francisco for men's heavyweight champion in RevPro.
Yes. Is that not
I'm
always
not saying I have
way?
a type.
Is that not always the agenda at this point, I think?
Yeah, true. It's not a new agenda at all. And I don't actually have an agenda. I mean, I guess Ty J for women's tag champions, but like I'm happy with Thekla being my champ, so that's all good.
Yeah. I do wonder with the women's Owen if that is going to be Mercedes losing her final belt.
And then mega crash out.
Yeah, because I think Athena versus Thekla at All In would fucking slap. So
it's that fucking thing again of like what is more entertaining to me in concept for storyline versus maybe what will they have booked because they think specific wrestlers either need to be on the card or like deserve a Wembley moment.
Yeah.
But like surely Mercedes has had so many moments in her career. I don't know. I wouldn't begrudge her, but you know.
No, I wouldn't begrudge her either, but I also think that there's a more interesting story to tell with her losing all of the belts.
Yes.
Because she picked up, because like I was saying about this last week, and then she picks up the belt and she walks off with it because she's like, this is still mine.
Yeah.
So I do think that would be more fun.
She needs to lose it.
She does.
It would.
But again, it's a case of, are they going to do the interesting thing or are they going to do the predictable thing?
I don't know what's going to happen. I would like it if we could have multiple women's storylines happening and being given time, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
There is no news here for anyone. One thing that I didn't notice until very near to the end of the show was that Excalibur was wearing a rainbow tie.
Yeah, he did.
And
I think he wears that every year for Pride Month.
Does he?
Yeah, it's a very nice tie.
Maybe I'll forgive him. I've sort of forgotten what I was holding a grudge against. This is the problem with having a stupid brain. It's like, you're like, I remember that I was angry at you, but I don't remember why anymore.
No, we did. We had issues with him for like a couple of weeks, but I can't actually remember now what we were mad at him for.
So just get over it, I guess. Happy things. Do you have a happy thing?
My happy thing, I have two happy things. They are twofold, and we've already covered them.
Hey. Okay.
But it was Leo and Andrade doing the bits.
Yeah.
That brought me great joy. And also Zack Sabre Jr. calling out Kenny, because that's like...
Yeah. Yes.
I am so excited for that match. Like, the rest of the card can be balls for all I care. That is the match for me. I am very, very excited.
Well, if we're going to get probably at least Mercedes or Athena, but probably both, and Kenny versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Thekla versus a Stardom woman, like, this is shaping up to... And a fucking steel cage match. Oh, come on. Yeah. This is... Yeah.
Already it's shaping up to be a good one, I think.
Actually excited about this one.
Yeah.
I feel like I wasn't for the last one.
No, I mean, I am kind of like... I am lacking the things I can get my teeth into story-wise, which is like, it tends to be like Hangman sort of carrying the weight. He's like a load-bearing wall in terms of storytelling a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So him and Tony,
shouldn't have knocked that wall down.
Yeah.
Whole building sliding slowly into the sea.
Slowly into the sea. So it's like, I am missing a bit of that at the minute, because there's stories. I'm not saying there isn't stories. There absolutely is. But there's not really anything particularly deep that I can get my teeth into.
Sometimes I just don't care. Yeah. Well, exactly. It's like Ciampa Jericho. It's like, yeah, there's a story. I don't care about it, though.
Yeah. It's like, there's a lot of stuff happening, and there is stories. It's like, again, it's not me saying there isn't any stories. There is stories. It's just none of them are really deep enough for me to really sort of dig into and enjoy in that way. And I am missing that a lot. So, yeah, it's like how I've been for the past, like, 3 months now is, like, yeah, I'm excited for this. It'll be fun. But it's like, there's not a lot that I'm emotionally invested in terms of, like, story. Like, apart from, like, Max is doing some good stuff. Like, and I think... if we actually see the stuff happening on telly, like on camera, then yeah, I'll be into that and invested in that. But like, yeah, like it's sort of Hangman was the load bearing wall in terms of like deep storytelling, which we don't really have at the minute.
I think even with Max, having to do a lot of the work yourself, and sometimes doing the work yourself makes you more invested than if they just give it to you. Like, you know, his comment about, well, I don't have friends, but I don't need friends. Like, you're instantly thinking like, oh, because Adam Cole broke his heart. And like, we knew when he got together with Adam Cole that he was like discovering what it's like to have a friend.
Yeah.
And we saw that vulnerability in him. So that's like a callback to it. But it's just like a little throwaway line.
Yeah, there's nothing
we don't actually see that vulnerability now.
No.
There's no, So like, if you are not already on the Max train, you might not care. But yeah, I think I am... At the moment, I do feel more invested in RevPro. Like, I go into matches thinking I care about who wins this.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the time, like, I was thinking about that. Like, you know, a match can be perfectly good, but it's like, if I don't care who wins and it doesn't advance the story, there's like a ceiling on how much enjoyment I'll get out of it, even as perfectly executed as the moves might be.
Yeah.
So
it's I need more of a reason to care than I currently do have. Like, you know, it's because lately, like you say, it's been, well, this will be a really good match. I don't really care who wins.
Yeah. I want to care. I want to really feel it. I want to, I want a near fall to like have my heart in my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be like, oh yes, very well done. Kicked out at 2.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing I'm missing is like the investment, like the emotional investment. That it just isn't there for me at the minute.
I think Ospreay versus Swerve will not have that for me. I mean, again, like Kenny Zack Sabre Jr. Like I'm really excited for that. Will I actually care who wins?
Yeah. Well, again, this is the thing with like when we don't see Kenny outside of the pay-per-view match is like
when we don't see Kenny and we don't see Zack Sabre Jr. and there's nothing actually at stake apart from who's the best.
Yeah. I mean, which is like, yeah, that's a perfectly fine reason to have a wrestling match, but I need more than that. With Kenny, it's one of them. It's like we'll see him when we see him, and he's dealing with stuff, and it's fine. But I am missing that kind of, the investment in the things that are happening. Like, because, like, objectively, it's really good wrestling. Like, it's really good wrestling, and I am enjoying watching it. But I am not particularly rooting for anybody. Like, I'm just there to have a good time and watch wrestling, which is fine, like, but I also need something more than that, generally. Like, with all media, like, I need a reason to give a shit. And I don't have enough reasons to give a shit. And that sounds like I'm being negative, and I'm not. It's because it's really good wrestling, and I'm really enjoying the wrestling. But like I say, there's just not the...
Yeah, I want to feel it. I want to feel
the
it.
Feelings as well, and it's
I
not
don't want to
giving me
just
the
be
feelings.
thinking it. I want to be feeling it.
Yeah.
Well, my happy thing of the week is that Lio Rush did a photo shoot in a pipe, I want to say, is in some kind of circular thing, and it's just like his little face popping up from the bottom. Or him just being a gremlin in a circular thing, and I have made it my phone wallpaper.
Amazing.
And it brings me joy every time I look at my phone.
Where is this picture? I haven't seen it.
I saw it on his Instagram, and I think it is also on his... I'll just send it to you. In fact, I'll put it on the podcast account, and everyone can see it. It's really fun. It's just this little cheeky face. Leo's just been doing constant photo shoots at the moment. Like, he's done ones with that umbrella where he's like twirling the umbrella behind his head.
I love his brolly.
Oh, so good.
I love his brolly.
Yeah.
I did see his little... do you see his little bit that he did to camera on Ring of Honor this week? I think they put it up on YouTube as well.
Was it the one where it was like, the rain, it cuts?
Yeah.
That one.
It was like, but it also made me think, if they lock me in the cellar and feed me pins.
What's for tea, mother? Pins on toast. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So, I am... I am enjoying all of the things Lio Rush is doing at the minute. There's my investment. I just care about Lio Rush and what Lio Rush is doing.
This wrestling is all fine, but where's Lio Rush?
Yeah, that's what, when Lio Rush is not on camera, everybody should be asking, where's Lio Rush?
100%. Okay, well, we will be back with you next Saturday. If you enjoyed this episode, please do rate, review, subscribe, leave comments on whatever podcast platform you use, especially if you're listening on YouTube. You can follow us on Blue Sky, wafflybollocks.bsky.social, awfullywaffly.bsky.social, and rasselstrash.bsky.social. I know we didn't say at the top which one of us is which. That's just a fun mystery for you to solve. You can email wafflybollocks@gmail.com, and you can get your silly Graps t-shirts, mugs, hoodies, and hockey jerseys from co-feed.com/rasseltrash/shop.
Indeed, and if you use the code BSky, baby, you will get 10% off at the checkout.
Yeah. Fix your hearts or die. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.